Pre-season, we tend to do about 5 weight sessions a week, 3 main leg weight sessions and 2 solid upper body sessions, and then for some guys they'll have a little bit extra. Main focus, obviously, as I said, if 3 leg sessions is working on that hip power, making sure we've got really strong legs to be able to carry them throughout the game, big marks, apply those tackles, etc. First year players, at this point, we're just teaching them the basics, basic movements, how to hip hinge, how to squat, how to bench press, all the basics first. So as opposed to the veterans, I know Lyndon Dunn can walk in here and he knows how to squat, he knows how to bench press. It's very rarely that I'm actually cleaning up technique. It's more about actually what loading we're using and is it a power phase, etc. So really for the first years it's about technique and building a foundation, and for those older guys it's little specialisations and tweaking for their little 1% performance gains. I guess one of the things that we would utilise that maybe you don't see every other day in a normal gym is, say, the use of chains. We can top end load, so you'll sometimes find in an example like a bench press. So by adding the chains on, what we're actually doing is matching the strength curve. So as they're pushing away and they're effectively mechanically stronger, we're adding load at that point. Post weights, all of our players will use IsoWhey Sports products. And then for guys who we sort of probably a little more concerned about muscle mass, so Jack Viney, for example, puts on muscle very, very easily, so we've got to watch his total calorie content. We use their branched chain amino acids, so he's still getting those essential amino acids to help with recovery, but not adding in the carbohydrate content and total calorie content, so keeping his weight in check. Whereas for everyone else, we need to refuel that glycogen and we need to get that protein and amino acid in, so that refuel and rebuild is our go-to product. Yeah, the position of the player will obviously determine their role on game day, and therefore we'll adjust their weights program and their body composition accordingly. So someone like Max King at the moment, we want him to play as a ruckman. So at the moment we're pumping him full of IsoWhey Sports, lean WPI, refuel and rebuild, pre-workout. Every session he's having pre-workout powder, post-workout powder, he's having it before he goes to bed. So absolutely, depending on what we want from them from a body composition point of view, will change which powders we actually use.